Howdy friendos, and welcome to another rapid fire review. This is a follow-up to my Nagatoro alignment video from last weekend. Would it have been better released then? Sure would be, but today you're getting not a double, but a triple feature. Today on The Loading Crew, we have dropped both my Cusco video and this one. But that's not all. Over on our friend Yaro Shien's channel, he has also dropped a video called The Moral Quandary of Nagatoro, which is a big brain deep dive into the subject. Quick, Yaro, advertise yourself!
Thank you, Stuart. Hi, my name is Aaron. I'm otherwise known as Yaro Shien. I am a content creator, and I also am the creator of How to Be an Adventurer, the abridged series. However, I am doing this video talking about how Hayase Nagatoro could have two different kinds of personalities while having the same end result for the story that is Please Don't Toy With Me, Nagatoro. Please do watch it after you're done watching this video, but please make sure that you like, favorite, and subscribe from this video. Don't forget to hit that ring bell. I am out of here. I love you so much, Stuart. Bye-bye.
Fantastic. Well, just like last time, we are going to do a segment-by-segment review of Nagatoro, and instead of the usual 1 to 10 scale, we are using 1 as the lowest, 20 as the highest, and 10s as average. You got that, audience? 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, senpai!
Episode 1 introduces us to our leads, Nagatoro and Senpai, where our lead girl tortures our lead boy to the point of crying not once, but twice. The episode opens with an absolutely gorgeous tone setter and a slow introduction, and then ramps up to a fantastically drawn and perfectly animated Nagatoro bullying Senpai. Everything from the atmosphere to the animation right down to the voices of our leads are damn near perfect here. This is exactly how I always imagined episode 1 of Nagatoro should go down. Nat 20 episode.
Hello, senpai!
Episode 2 has Nagatoro basically sexually harassing Senpai after reading his semi-lewd vampire novel. The whole sequence is pretty extreme, and the fact that they managed to pull it off as a joke is amazing direction-wise. One thing we are introduced to in this episode, however, are the amazing eyeless NPCs of the Toroverse. In order to save time and, frankly, audience care, any character who is not directly tied into Nagatoro or Senpai's friends simply do not have eyes. I know a few anime that do this, but it is admittedly a little silly in this episode when Nagatoro spends several minutes turning down 2 different faceless boys. Still a good episode, though. 18 out of 20.
Hello, senpai!
In episode 3, Senpai and Nagatoro escape a rainstorm by going to her house and playing video games. Then, Nagatoro introduces him to her friends, and then she tries to teach him to stand up to said friends. The highlight of this episode is the beginning with the best animation and use of still frames to indicate the passage of time. 19 out of 20.
Hello, senpai!
I already went pretty extensive on this episode in my alignment video, but this episode that really sold me on the concept of the manga, and thus the show. Senpai gets captured by Nagatoro's friends, who aggro her to the festival where they are forced to interact. It's a really, really good episode that solidifies the two as a potential couple. This is a Nat 20 episode, although admittedly the second half where Senpai drags the girls away from Playboys is admittedly a little cringy. Nat 20 episode.
Hello, senpai!
I'd actually consider this to be the first bad episode, since this is the one where sexual harassment gets really into the yikes territory. And on top of all of that, it's just boring and predictable, and the events play out where Nagatoro basically gets all slippy-slappy with a bean bun, and then teases Senpai with a fake-out kiss. All in all, kinda boring, even though the animation is as good as ever. 8 out of 20.
Hello, senpai!
The first half of episode 5 is an isekai dream sequence where Senpai is taken into a fantasy world where he meets Nagatoro and they go on adventures. She eventually betrays him. And then it's a beach episode, which the laws of anime dictate that it automatically is good. The animation in this episode is pretty on point, and it's nice to see our characters in different environments. 16 out of 20.
Hello, senpai!
Episodes 7 through 10 are random anthology episodes, which sadly kinda have the show spinning its wheels in terms of plot and development. However, since this is a slice of life series, that doesn't necessarily make them a bad thing. Nagatoro and Senpai go on various adventures and outings, and we learn admittedly very little more about the two of them. There aren't really any conflicts, and there really aren't any stakes. These are largely filler, and if you're not into that, you won't enjoy it. However, they do faithfully follow the manga, which is an excellent thing, and the quality of the show doesn't really drop that much, even though those with a keen eye can kind of see that they didn't invest as much of the animation budget into these episodes. I'd say your mileage may vary, but most of the content of these episodes are 12 out of 20. Yes, I am absolutely shilling during this video, but I am shilling something that you guys might like. I've mentioned in other videos that we have anime body pillows, and this is no exception. Over on our website, loadingcrewcrafts.com, we have our brand new Nagatoro Dakimakura on pre-order, and if you use the coupon code LOCKDOWN for this weekend, it will give you a 10% discount. Go claim your best girl now.
Hello, senpai!
Yeah, it's repeating, but the end of episode 1 reveals the closest thing season 1 has to an antagonist. But not really. The former art club president shows up in the club and threatens to disband it if Senpai doesn't start taking his artwork seriously. Nagatoro defends him using evidence from all the previous episodes that he spends most of his time working on his art. This leads to a challenge that Senpai has to defeat the president in terms of presentation at the school festival. Since the president did so well with her tasteful nudity, Nagatoro tries to pressure Senpai into doing the same thing, which leads to an argument. Senpai goes to apologize for the argument, which leads to a fairly cringy makeup sequence. The episode itself was fun, but both of these episodes are pretty hard to get through, at least for me. 11 out of 20, could do better.
Hello, senpai!
Episode 12 is the final battle between Senpai and the president, as well as the school festival itself, and it's pretty fun. Nagatoro cosplays as Nekotoro, and it's fun watching her unenthusiastically bully the other boys at the school, which makes Senpai a little jealous, and it's cute watching Nagatoro get jealous when he gets approached by other girls. However, the president's tasteful nudity gets her disqualified, and in an anime-only scene, Senpai and his friends defend her. They win the bet and put the president in a bodysuit that is arguably more sexual than her tasteful nudity that she got busted for. The episode ends with Senpai winning and running off with Nagatoro. Also, there's a post-credits scene that I totally missed in my alignment video that serves as a nice capstone for the season. Overall, this episode was pretty good, 15 out of 20. Overall, I thought Season 1 was about as perfect as it can actually be. I am a huge fan of the manga, and it was nice to see an underdog anime like this get such a good treatment. Nagatoro's voice was perfect, the animation was stellar, and the opening theme is brilliant. I have absolutely no complaints about this season, except I think the first 5 or 6 episodes were probably the highlights in terms of pacing and animation, and I'm willing to watch those more than once, pretty much any time, while the rest of the episodes are good, just not excellent like the first few. Overall, Nagatoro Season 1 is very much above average for me, especially considering that I don't like most slice-of-life anime, and I'm very skeptical when it comes to any comics or manga getting adopted. Like, subscribe, and watch the alignment videos, and watch Yaro's video over on his channel. See you all next time.